Hello everybody, my name is Titanic312 and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video where today we're going to be recreating the Sputnik 1 mission. If you didn't know, Sputnik 1 was actually the first satellite into orbit. However, it wasn't the first object into orbit. That title goes to the V2 rocket, which was developed by the Germans during World War II. Now, Sputnik 1 was the size of a beach ball, and it weighed 184 pounds, or 83 kilograms, and it was 23 inches wide. And actually, the launch almost failed. Thankfully, it worked, and it scared the Americans half to death, because they realized that this rocket could be an intercontinental ballistic missile, if I could say it correctly, and could easily wipe out the United States. And which, therefore, started the space race between the Soviet Union and the United States of America. Sputnik 1 was powered by 3 silver zinc batteries, which were designed to operate 2 weeks. However, the satellite continued sending out its radio signals for 22 days. The rocket was designed by Sergei Korolev, who was the Soviet Union's lead. I don't know how I can say this. Basically, he's the Soviet Wernher von Braun of NASA. There you go. He designed the R-7 rocket as the first intercontinental ballistic missile. There we go. And it was the R-7 to test or to show off the power of his rocket. He decided he was going to launch the first human-made satellite into orbit around Earth. So, this is what we're building right now. We're building the R-7. It had, I believe it had 3 stages. It had 4 side boosters as well. Those 4 side boosters got the whole R-7 into orbit. As you can see, I'm adding 1 extra stage because I wanted to adjust the orbit, because when Sputnik first went into space, it was launched in Kazakhstan, and it was launched on an angle, so it was a bit different than a equatorial orbit, which usually is going for every satellite. So there we go. The R-7 is finally done, and here we go. On the launch pad it comes. There it is, the beautiful R-7. So as soon as we launch, here we go, we're throwing up the engines. There we go. This rocket was capable of hitting the United States, and but some people weren't afraid, some people were terrified of this thing. It just showed the power and the technology of the Soviet Union. So I'm gonna switch gears real quick about the series that I'm trying to do right now. If you want me to recreate some more historical missions, like for instance the Explorer 1 mission, the Apollo missions, the Gemini missions, all of those types of missions, tell me in the comments below, and I'll see if I can recreate them. If I can, I'll, record the video and I'll do all this. Also, I've actually tried. This is a new type of editing that I'm doing right now. Basically, I'm not recording my voice while I'm doing that, or while I'm playing the game. I'm actually recording it in the editing process. So here we are. We're making our maneuver to get into orbit around Kerbal at the moment. We're just going to go ahead and get ourselves into the maneuver. And as you can see, those 4 engines, or 4 fuel tanks, are almost out of fuel. And they're going to make something really cool once they run out of fuel. So, as we said, that this rocket was created by Sergei Korolev. I think that's how you say it. Now, if we watch the boosters, once they separate, which will be in the next 300 years apparently, once they run out of fuel, there we go, they make a cross shape. This is called the Korolev cross, and it is actually on the Soyuz, the Soyuz spacecraft, which is used to propel astronauts to the International Space Station. Who knew that a rocket from 1950s, 1960s, 1970s is still used today? It's amazing. And here we are. We have we haven't circularized yet, but we're in orbit around the Earth, which is Kerbal in this case. But yeah. So if you guys want me to do more of these missions, tell me in the comments below. I kind of enjoyed this one. And here we go, we're getting rid of that one stage since it was nearly out of fuel. And now we're just going to do a quick circularization and get ourselves into a circularized orbit. I don't know, how hard is it to say circularize? For me, it's really hard because I got some T-fork going on for me. Anyway, there we go. We have been circularized, and now we're just going to go ahead and tilt our orbit plane so it matches the Sputnik one, which was actually a very extreme tilt. So here we go. We're about to do the orbit now. I think I lost control of the spacecraft here just for a second. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I didn't? Okay, good. So anyway, we're raising our orbit line now to match the Sputnik. Match the Sputnik orbit line. Okay, so here we go. We have just finished the maneuver. There we go. Now we can ditch that stage, and we don't actually. I really didn't need that one stage that I put on earlier. I wanted that for decoration because the first, because of the R7, it had a stage connecting to the fairing. So we'll see the fairings deploy in a second, but I want it to be as realistic as possible. Right now I'm trying to do a retrograde orbit, trying to get myself onto a 90-degree plane so it's easier to see. So all we have to do now is just wait for the fairings to deploy. So that would be now. And there they go. And we're releasing Sputnik. And boom, there it goes. There's Sputnik. Now I didn't mean to use those big, the big giant decouplers because they actually propelled Sputnik on an elliptical orbit, which was kind of what the original Sputnik had, but it wasn't an original, or not an original, but it wasn't a extremely curved orbit. So there we go, guys. That was Sputnik in all of its glory. Look at it go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please tell me in the comments below, and like the video. I guess you have to do that now. The day is on YouTube. Alright, see you guys. Have a good day, and have a good rest of your week.